All right. Hopefully I can be live for longer than 6 seconds if anybody decides to come in and hang out. Um, I gotta turn the volume down on my laptop here. I finally figured out how to go live and be able to see my chat now that I have my laptop up and running. I was hoping to do some embellishment experimenting today, but I would like first to show a little haul that I made yesterday. We were roaming around in Virginia, which we do sometimes. It was supposed to rain and never did. So we took the afternoon and went roaming around. And we found this store that's like all closeouts, from Walmart and stuff. I mean, there was like construction stuff there. There was craft stuff. So I got washi tapes. They are the Scotch brand. 10 for $1. They only had a few different ones to choose from, as you can see. But 10 for $1, So I put it, this is all I have for washi tape because I am so mad at washi tape for not being useful. But I think the Scotch brand, and I think I have one in here that's the duct tape brand, and I think these two actually work. And then I got these rolls of masking tape too, which I love. This one, it's like, looks like it's watercolored almost. So I thought that was like really cool, Find a place for those. I got this ribbon. It was 25 cents. Oh, by the way, these were 25 cents a piece. Ribbon for 25 cents. This glue stick, which was opened, but it was not used, 25 cents. I got this paintbrush. I've used this one before. I like this for glue spreading because it's got softer bristles. And the one I have is getting pretty stiff from so much glue drying in it. So now I have a brand new one, nice and soft. Exciting. And that's one more of the washi tapes I got. And then I got these ribbons. These lace pieces for $3. This was $3. And then this giant roll of black lace for $3. So you can bet that I am going to be spending a whole lot of time in that store now that I know it exists. I was like in heaven, and I only got some stuff. I didn't even get half of the things that I wanted to because we weren't really planning on going and spending money, so I didn't, take money to go shopping with. I just took some money to get a bite to eat, and I needed gas. So guess whose truck only got $20 in gas yesterday? Hoo-hoo! But my craft room is happy, so the truck can wait. Today I wanted to work on some embellishment stuff that I had been doing. First, let me just throw my washi tape up on the shelf. I've been kind of like, ooh, don't fall on me. I've been playing around with some different, here, let me see, is that too reflecty? No, I think that's fine. I've been playing around with some different embellishment stuff, and I have this box here that's got a bunch of, I call them smalls, just little bits in them. And the last couple days I've been printing, like words, and I did it in 2 different fonts. I like this font, but some of the words are a little hard to read. But then I also printed these quotes. I typed them all out from places that I found them on the internet. And I did all kinds of neat fonts. I have a ton of cool fonts on my computer. I'm sure if you went onto YouTube, you could find how to download fonts. Here's that font that's on those single word ones. Large. So I thought that was neat. And since I'm not really fond of playing with napkins on paper a lot, it just doesn't do for me what it does for most people. I don't know why. Napkins just don't seem to like me all that much. I was going to try something with a couple of the napkins I have, and I was going to try putting them on a cereal box since, oh, I don't want to use this cereal box. Look at this. Hi, Emma. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy this stream. I don't know how long I'm going to be on because, you know, I have 2 kids and just worked out that the baby decided to take a nap. Hi, Sue. I don't want to use this cereal box. Look at that. It's got crap written in it. Pictures. But hey, you can get a coupon for Fruity Pebbles. Expires 2016. So if anyone wants that, I'll send it to you. It expires 10/14/16. So let me go grab another box. Did you get rained on? All right. So you military can use expired coupons? Really? I had no idea. I mean, if somebody is a veteran, thank you for your service, or if you're active military, thank you. And if you would like my expired coupon, if you're just dying for some Fruity Pebbles, then just let me know. I'll have the box until we go to the dump within the next few days. All right. So, what's everybody up to today? What is everybody working on? Let's see if I can get this. Some of these napkins are really hard to separate. I might have to break out the tape. But I thought that the napkin on the cereal box would look neat. Oh, hey, Kat. Everybody is still following each other around. Yeah, you can get that stuff. You know, they really come down on cereal prices. You know, I have been getting them at Dollar General when they do the sales. And I get them for like $2 a box, and they're big boxes, you know. Oh, you're thinking about Christmas already? I've been in the mood for some autumn stuff, but I haven't broken any of my autumn stuff out yet. I couldn't even think of Christmas right now. Whew. Oh, I'm sorry for the noise on my phone. Apparently we have a flash flood warning. It just started downpouring here. Like, horrendously. So, I have a little tip in case people didn't know this. I've been using Mod Podge just for glue because it doesn't work for a sealer. But I got this mug from a yard sale. There was a bunch of markers in it, and I bought them. So I use it to dump the glue in, so I'm not reaching into that deep bucket. So just a little tip if anybody is, you know, if you're sick and tired of having glue all over the handle of your paintbrush. Oh, I love that new, you know, artist trading coins. That is like, what a cool idea that is. They look so neat. I have seen some beautiful ones in some of the Facebook groups. I think that's a great idea. When I saw them, when I first saw them recently, I was like, how come we haven't been doing these sooner? I think that's a great idea, those coins. I pulled out some of my fall stuff for my journal, because I've started getting a little more creative in my personal journal. I know that I'm like a paper crafter, and I have this boring, blue and black ink store-bought journal, and I have not made my own journal. And I've decided to start taking a little bit of a creative twist on it. So I was doing a spread for September, or getting it together anyway. And it was nice to go through my September and my October pictures with the fall leaves and the pumpkins, and it made me a little excited for cooler weather. They're doing inchies and twinchies in round 2? Oh my goodness. What is this world coming to? We're no longer a square society. We have officially embraced the circle. So I think that looks pretty cool. I think that on this chipboard you can do a lot with that. I'm going to set that off to the side to dry. Woo! Sorry, shaking the camera. Take some Dramamine. Another thing, too, that I have been running around in my head, move my little box of goodies. Oh, yeah, the little giggles. Hey, Lil, say hi.
Hi.
That's my Lily. She's back. She's behind me jumping on her bed. My craft space is also her bedroom, which is in my living room. My husband's like, you have no living room. Which I don't. It's a craft room bedroom, and there just happens to be a couch in here. These boxes, because we have an ice cream truck, so these are some of the boxes that the ice cream come in, and I like it because they're like very, very, I don't know what the word is, malleable, movable. They're nice and soft. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. It's fun. We have fun with it. We have fun with it. It's a lot of fun. Lily comes out and she's my little sales lady. She tells people what they should get, and she tells people what her favorite ice cream is, and she tells people her whole life story. Yeah, Kathy, don't be jealous. You actually get sick of it. I mean, Lily doesn't. She's had ice cream on that truck. Oh, Sue, I'm on my way over. I'll bring it over. It's pouring down rain here right now, so I'm not going to sell the ice cream to anyone else. Nobody's going to want ice cream in this downpour, flash flood warning zone. Yeah, it's been humid. It's been so muggy all day here. That's why I'm like, I'm not going out. I'm going to stay in here in the AC. We lost power last night for pretty much the whole night. And by the time the power came back on, it was like soup in this house. It was so muggy. 3 o'clock this morning, I was just dying. Officially melting in here.
You're not melting. Snowman's
Snowman's melt?
Yeah, snow.
Yeah, there's going to be no snow today, huh?
There's no snow video.
There's a snow video?
Said I was talking to the video. There's no snow.
Lily was talking to the video that there's no snow. So she's just letting you ladies know there's no snow.
What's this, Mommy?
I'm almost excited for snow. You know?
What's this, Mom?
I know I'm going to be cursing myself.
What?
What, honey? Wow. That's pretty nuts, man.
No. That's my foot move.
Oh, the ice cream truck is hot because it's an old truck. Oh my God, there's a little spider crawling off of my phone, I guess. I don't know where it just went. Oh, I killed it. It's really hot in that truck, but the freezer, man, some days I'm like, I would love to climb in that freezer. 20 below zero, you know? Maybe I'll try inking some of the edges of these quotes. Oh, wow, Emma. Yeah, I can only imagine. Ugh, that's how it was here last summer. I mean, I'm in the U.S., I'm in North Carolina, and last summer, from like the middle of July until the middle of August, we had no rain at all, and it was 90 plus degrees every single day. It was horrible. My electric bill from the air conditioner was outrageous. I couldn't believe, you know, we didn't get a break at all. I just remember my husband mowing the lawn, and he was just in a cloud. He was in a complete cloud of dust every single time he had to mow the lawn. It was horrible. This summer, the last couple weeks, it's just been pouring. Or threatening to rain, so we don't go out in the truck because it's supposed to rain, and then it doesn't. Then we're mad because we could have been out peddling some frosty treats. Oh, you love the heat? Oh, I used to love the heat, but I'll tell you what, after having kids, now, I'm 50 pounds heavier than I was before I got pregnant 5 years ago. And now the heat can definitely kiss my behind, for sure. We sell like the pre-packaged ice cream, so we have, the faces, we have SpongeBob, and we have Batman, and we have the Nutty Buddy, and the orange creamsicles or cake. But man, I'll tell you, you can't, maybe because I eat this ice cream all the time, but you cannot beat real ice cream. Sometimes, like, I just want to go someplace and have a real ice cream. And I like soft serve ice cream. I don't know, like either a lot of people aren't liking soft serve anymore, but it's not around. You can't find it like you used to. I feel like when I was a kid and I grew up in New England, there was tons of soft serve ice cream, and now you're hard pressed to find any. But I like soft serve. think my husband is outside watching the storm. It's really booming out there. It's amazing. It's amazing the thunderstorms we get here. I never had these kinds of thunderstorms growing up. I grew up in Massachusetts. I guess I'll do a couple more. Yeah, I'm definitely addicted to it. Like, I think about it all the time. Everywhere I go, I'm like, oh man, I could use this. Or, you find a brochure. I went to a local hardware store and they had brochures for a local music event, and it had some neat looking little pictures on it. So when I had to get a fitting or something for my husband. So when the guy went in the back, I pocketed like 4 of those brochures. I was such a rebel. But yeah, I think about crafting all the time. Hi, Carla. Thanks for joining me. I've been playing with some of my embellishment ideas, you know, whether I make or just use them to embellish some pages. So I thought I would, try them out while I was live. So I can't guarantee that this live stream is going to be as professional as some of the other ones, but, you know, you could watch me screw up a whole bunch. Biggest craftolitis. Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel biggest craftolitis. I definitely do. I got this stuff at a yard sale a long time ago, so I thought it would look cool behind the words, because everything we do as crafters, we do it in layers, right? If you want to do something like this and you want a softer cardboard, the only thing I could think of to compare this cardboard to is soda boxes. Like if you drink soda, it's soft like that. I think when Melissa got off the other night, I remember her saying something about being on tonight doing creeples. I have never actually caught any of her creeple streams, so hopefully tonight everybody in my house cooperates and I can. I mean, the number one thing tonight in my house is going to be showers since we didn't have power last night. The kids didn't get baths, and, I don't give the baby a bath every single day, but of course she's due, so we have to lose power on the day that she is due for a bath. 100%. So I'm pretty excited to clean all my kids. Pretty excited. I'm pretty excited to get everybody nice and clean. I might try some, I'm out of frame. Why do I keep doing that? Keep pulling the phone close to me, pulling my craft closer to me as opposed to the phone. If I did something like this, it would be kind of neat, I guess. It's hard to see, but you kind of get a little bit of texture from this stuff. Maybe I'll try that. Get out my Aleene's. Maybe if I move my phone closer to me. You're creepled out for a while? Why, have you been over creepling? I think that looks okay. And then if I could do it, I have other colors of this tulle-like stuff. This isn't quite tulle, I don't think. This is like a netting for sewing. It's a little stretchier than tulle, but I have different colors, and I could probably even do some stuff with some of my eyelash yarn, because I have a ton of eyelash yarn. So I could use up some of that. You filled a journal with creeples? Oh my goodness, girl, you are like, I would be sick of it too. I would be so sick of it. Maybe some of my new lace and see how that looks. I started like getting into collaging in books. I don't know if any of you ladies have ever been to a girl's channel. Her name is Tracy, and her channel is called It's Nana's Place. I found her through group Crafting Mamas on Facebook, and she has taken these like coffee table books called Abandoned Places, and there's one Abandoned Wrecks, and there's Abandoned Castles, but she collages the pages. So I started taking some coffee table books that I had and doing the same thing. So I started like seriously harvesting magazines. I mean, you have no idea the amount of magazines that I harvested. I'll give you an idea. I'll give you an idea. Yeah, and paints them, yeah. So she got me hooked on National Geographic magazines. This folder is all of the magazine pages and pictures. And this is only about a third of the ones that I already have organized in a giant thing. Look at it. This thing weighs like 50 pounds. It's crazy. So I just stuffed them all in here because I was sick and tired of sorting through them. So I might just take all of them and throw them, take my full-size images that I plan to use, put them in one place, and then take all my cut images just for collage bits and putting them in a bucket, because I'm so sick and tired of sorting magazines. But yeah, it's like this, along the same lines as doing something so much that you just can't even stand to look at it anymore. That's how I feel about those, harvesting those freaking magazines. Ugh. And I still have a ton of magazines that I haven't even harvested yet. Oh, hoarding. Don't even get me started. I'm ready to throw out all of my chipboard because I'm not even going to my collection of boxes for anything. I'm only using stuff out of my recycling bin. I went and got a cereal box a few minutes ago when I could have just, used one in my stash, but no, I didn't. Because I'm an idiot. I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this off to the side. I don't know how long I'm going to be on because my lights just flickered. Okay, Kathy, thanks for joining me. This is only my second time streaming, so it's really nice to have some people actually visiting. Yeah, Carla, like I have a whole box full of boxes, and I just went to my recycling bin for boxes. Like what's my problem? What is my problem? I have a problem. My husband just told me I'm freaking nuts, he said. He's freaking nuts. Wow. What kind of cardboard is it from your sofa? Is it like a corrugated or is it a chipboard? I've never seen cardboard backing from a sofa. Oh, maybe. I don't remember. We're not taking the sofa apart, my husband just says. Oh, come on. This ribbon, I just got this ribbon off of this tool, so maybe I can bunch it up in the middle there. Thanks. Thanks, honey. My husband says I could take the sofa when I move out. Little does he know, though. Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. So sweet. Honey, Sue says you're very sweet for doing that.
What that?
For letting me take the sofa when I move out.
That's fine.
Oh, the thick corrugated stuff. Yeah, I love the thick stuff. Oh, that cardboard is so useful. Let me see if I can find a little piece of wire. Ooh, my lights flickered again. I'm telling you, if I lose power again and I have to sweat my butt off tonight, I am going to be mad. I'm going to see if I got a little... Sleep in the freezer. I'm going to have to. Although I'll warm that freezer up a lot considering it won't be plugged in anymore. You know, because I'm so hot. I'll warm it right up. I've been so tempted to take my sewing machine out and play around with sewing stuff, but I've never played with this sewing machine that I have. It's just like a simple little brother sewing machine, but I'm like afraid of it, so I haven't, but I think I'm going to. I think this week I'm gonna work on sewing some stuff. Because there's some areas that glue just doesn't work, and I think that lace is one of those crafting mediums that if you lace things onto paper, you can't beat sewn lace. See, that looks okay.
See, it's orange.
Yeah, I had a spot for my sewing machine. It's where my laptop is sitting right now, but if I, you know, maybe if I had it like tucked in the corner. I know, it would look great if it was sewn, you know, but instead I just made it look like, instead it just looks weird, I guess. I mean, it'll be fine. Maybe I'll sew it on there after it dries. Believe it or not, my husband does all the sewing. He has 2 sewing machines. One of them he just finished fixing, and they're old Singers. Not the Singers from the treadle machines. They're the next ones up from the treadle machines. So his mother was a seamstress, so he learned how to sew from her, and he loves to do it. He loves to sew. He made curtains for my front door. He made curtains for my bathroom. Oh, Sue, you are not kidding. He had bought another machine from somebody because he thought the features on it were better. And that thing sounded like such crap compared to his Singer machine. It's amazing how smooth those Singers run. Like, he has that machine. It's 1952 machine, and it's just a quiet little hum. And even my brother's machine, which is like a 2012, sounds like crap compared to that Singer he has. It is unbelievable how that machine runs. But my Singer was my brother's machine was like a gift from my mother because I had bought a Singer and she decided instead to get me this brother machine for Christmas, so I returned the Singer and it was this big deal. Yeah, it is lightning out.
Suppose I was trying to do a game. So it's on kick green.
I wouldn't be surprised if we lost power again. I bet you those line guys last night, it was like 3 in the morning my power came back on. They were probably just lazy and they're like, oh, well, let's just do whatever we can to get it up and running. They probably didn't even do it right. Which side is my writing? And it only stuck up right there. Oh well. Oh well. I have other little things that I can embellish these with. Actually, I'll go get one of the things that I can embellish these with. Hold on. What are you doing? Punching someone?
Yeah, my friend's police officer really wants to join playing. My friend though, let's kick. The police officer.
I made these little typewriter keys. Oh, see, some of them are just right ruined. Ah, I'm mad. I'm so mad. I made these a long time ago out of some scrapbook paper that I had. And what I did, I'm sure that you've all heard of like diamond glaze and those like enamels. Well, me thinking that I could get a better bang for my buck, I bought this Liquitex product, and it's a pouring medium. Susan. Thanks for joining me. I got this. Where did I put it? I got this stuff, which does the same thing. It creates like a 3D on top of it. But they've been sticking together. So I stuck them in my freezer to try and get them unstuck. But some of them I think are just like, look at that, has a chip on it. I was gonna see if I can get them unstuck and then spray them with my Rust-Oleum gloss sealer. That one's not too bad. I could probably use that one. But you know, they are stuck, and I've got this one is really stuck. You know, I was so upset when I saw just how stuck together they were, because some of them I have ripped completely apart. Like, I'm so mad. And I'm even more mad because, you know what I did? I have this container. So when I first made them, I was like, oh, you know, I'm cool, so I'm going to send these out in my random acts of kindness envelopes. So if anybody got one from me and they're having the same problem, I'm really sorry. But also, now I only have about half of the ones that I actually made because I've been sending them all out. So I'm going to have to stop sending them out. Sorry, ladies. Nobody's going to be getting any more of these from me because, unless you want all my ruined ones. Look at that. Oh, so mad. Hi, Pixie.
Everyone's coming to join you.
Pixie went through and like binge watched all my videos the other day. So it was a nice surprise when I saw the comments.
I can't see. And you need to move over.
Why? What do you need to see?
I need to see. I want to help us. I need to stay in this chair. Do it.
Do it.
You do it.
You do it.
Okay, move over.
Hold on. I'll move the chair so you can help. I gotta put these back in the freezer because I think they were coming unstuck better from the freezer. So here, put it all in here. I'm gonna put these back. Sorry about the noise on my phone. There's lightning within 3 miles of me. Can you go put this on the counter for me, babe? So I can put it back in the freezer after?
Yes.
Oh, I comment on everything I watch, and you know, there are some people that I've watched that I've commented 100 times because I comment like 100 things. That girl from It's Nana's Place, she's one of them. Because when I think of something when I'm watching a video, I have to comment right away, or else I'll forget by the time I'm done watching the video. So, you know, Barb Owen, she's one too. I leave like 50 comments on her videos. On one of her videos. Tracy, I do it. Shannon Green, I comment, you know, 3,000 comments on her video. So, or, you know, I'll forget what I'm thinking by the time the video's done. Like that looks.
Commented on everything I do is just to have it.
Commenting on everything you do is just to annoy you, honey. Welcome. Oh, the E6000, that was hilarious. That whole night, totally, oh, I know, Sue, I could edit them, but, you know, it's just me being crazy, I guess. That live stream absolutely, like, made my life complete that night. Oh, I had such a long, hot day working out in the truck. Oh, that's a good idea, Sue. I guess I never really looked at it because YouTube changes their appearance so much on the phones and stuff. So when I'm playing around with it, I stick to what I know instead of exploring my options. What did you do, fall?
No.
Oh. Would you jump?
No.
Oh.
I just had a slope.
What are you, nuts?
I'm at a slope. I'm a slope.
Oh, that night was nuts. Like, I was sitting there next to my husband and I was just laughing. He was like, what's so funny? And I would try and explain it to him and he just didn't get it. I'm like, just stop. Just let me be nuts with my ladies for a minute. I wasn't even drinking and I felt drunk by the end of it. So maybe I should just start drinking, you know? Well, I thought because these are longer quotes, you know, when I typed them out, I made it so that some of them were longer. So I can put it at the bottom of a page or on going along the side. You know, I can trim this if I need to too. Or I can make belly bands with them, you know. So I figured that I could, you know, use them for tuck spots, but also even if I just wanted to embellish something. And then I have some of the quotes, you know, I didn't know what these were going to look like when they printed out because I got a new printer and it's kind of cheapo. But some of the quotes that I printed, like this here, courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow. So this I could probably just cut nice, ink it up, maybe throw like a little flower on it or something and use it as a journaling card, right? I thought that would look pretty neat. Would be great just for that. You know? Oh, you're heading back to England? Where are you now, Emma? You know, and some of them are smaller, so this would be okay if I made this into a tuck spot or into just a page or, you know, embellishment of some sort, you know, but in a smaller book, you leave a little bit on either side. This would be a perfect little tuck spot. So, yeah, Roxanne, that's what I was playing around with, and this was like an idea I've had in my head for a few days. If I took this cardboard and I just used it as a backdrop for these. Everybody loves the color of chipboard, right? So I could do that. And then these here I could just clean up, cut them. I could either use fancy scissors or I could even rip them and see how that comes out. You know, it's just fun stuff. Fun stuff. Oh, I hate packing. Packing is just. And then, like, when I get home, sometimes we make the trip up to Massachusetts, and when we do, we drive. And when we get home, you know, after being in a car for 15 hours, it's a long trip, but I still just want to unpack. I just want everything unpacked. Just unpack it. Get it out of my hair. So I tend to go kind of crazy just unpacking things. You know, and starting laundry. It'll be like 11 o'clock at night and I'm starting a load of laundry. Actually, maybe I'll pull out what I started with and use those. Oh, so I was at Walmart and I saw they had new tissue boxes. Totally all about it. So I'm gonna cut the circles out and use those for embellishments. How cool is that? As if I didn't have enough. Oh, yeah, the weather is like terrible here. I can't believe these storms. And like we weren't home last night. Power went out, of course, so we got home and the power was out. But when we drove through town on our way home, it looked like there was some nasty storms. People's plants were just laying out, flattened. So, yeah, I'm not really, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a good thunderstorm, but I hate when we lose power, because it's just, our house is not insulated, so the humidity just seeps in right away, and we just live in soup. But it was kind of fun last night. Like, we were all kind of just hanging out, you know. The baby is now mobile. She doesn't crawl yet, but she's definitely a professional scooter. So she scoots around all over the floor, and Lily was playing with her, and I cannot believe how fast time goes by. It is just crazy how quickly the kids grow up. So then if I took this, you know, and then use this as a background for these too, and then I don't even have to put anything behind it, or if I wanted to, you know, I have a little bit of cheesecloth, put a little bit of cheesecloth behind it. Hi Jilly, thanks for joining me. This is the longest I've live streamed out of the 2 live streams that I've done. So it's a pretty big stinking deal.
The mailbox is off. I took it off.
Good night, Carla. Sleep well. Thanks for hanging out.
Carla's leaving.
Yeah, Carla's leaving. You say bye to Carla?
Bye, Carla.
Lily says bye, Carla. She's my little co-pilot over here. When the power came back on last night, I was so, you know, excited to be able to cool off. And then I couldn't fall asleep, so I checked my phone and I see that Stacy was streaming. So I'm like, you know, leave it to Stacy. She's always there when you have a good bout of insomnia to go on her stream in the middle of the night. I was super sick a few weeks ago, and I was up all night, and she kept me company all night. It was nice. It was nice to have someone to keep me company. With Stacy from Pink Poodle Crafts. I don't know if you've ever seen her. She does a lot of live streams. She's on all the time. And see, look at how cute that looks. She's on all the time. And she's on usually at night. So if you're ever awake and you need someone to hang out, you know, her streams usually start at like 10 o'clock Eastern time, 10 or 11. So once in a while I catch her when I'm not passed out, or if I wake up in the middle of the night to feed the baby, I'll get on and see her for a few minutes. Oh, I know, she is up all night, Stacy. I do not know. I couldn't. Sleep is like my favorite hobby. Next to crafting, of course. If I could craft all night, I would, but my craft room is Lily's bedroom, so. Although she would probably sleep through it. If I like live streamed at 11 o'clock at night after she's been asleep for a while, she would probably just sleep right through it. Kid will sleep through a frickin' tornado.
Don't you do a punch, Tommy? This little punch. Yep.
You're doing a punch again?
Yep, we're doing some punches today.
Lily's doing some punches today.
Ready, set, go.
Yeah, Stacy's one of my. I love some of her ideas, and I love, I've learned a ton of different techniques from her. Because a lot, before I've never. This is the first time I've really live streamed while I was doing anything, but normally I just watch YouTube while I'm crafting. So I'll put her on, or I'll put on like somebody who has a nice long live stream, so I don't have to change it. And she's one like I've watched a ton of her stuff. I don't know if I've seen her. Does she have a video of her studio? If she did, I don't know if I've seen that video. And I watched Care Heart's live stream in Hobby Lobby today. That was great. Yeah, Roxanne, I bought a ton of napkins, and maybe it's the ones I bought, but they don't come out right, like how some people do them on music pages or on book pages, and they like, it looks gessoed and it looks all fancy, and I can never get it to look right. So I says, you know what? I'm going to put this on a cereal box and do it as a background. So it works great because you can actually still see the cereal box back there. Oh, I love Cara Hart. I love Cara Hart. I love what she's doing. I love her organization. I just sent her a huge box of stuff that I had, and it was like stuff that I had in bulk. I mean, I had, letter die cuts, and I sent them to her because I was never going to use them, but the only thing I kept was the and symbols. Jilly, I'm in North Carolina. I kept all of the punctuation and the and symbols and all the little dots that came out of some of the letters. I like the little dots. I figured I could do these with, I'm actually going to buy like a diamond glaze. I'm not using that crap anymore. But I figured I could do it, and then it would look like those little bead things, like these, that I made out of beads. These little dots. Yeah, I watched Care's video today after she was live. YouTube tells me someone was live 100 years after they've already been finished. So I was late to the party. But I watched it after, and she is so cute. I love watching her videos. Yeah, it does. It does leave texture. And like this napkin is naturally textured. It looks wrinkled. But that's like the texture in the napkin, which I thought was really neat. I bought these a long time ago at the first time I ever went to Tuesday Morning. I went specifically for napkins, and like I didn't have a lot of money that day, and I spent $12. Spent $12 on napkins, and I kind of regretted it a little bit afterwards, but oh well. I'll use them for this stuff now that I've found something that they work nicely on. I'll do this. Yeah, Sue, I watched that just before I did this. I made lunch, and I watched her video, and then I came on here. Figured I'd come on here and hang out with all you lovely folks that join me. This is fun. I see why people live stream. This is fun. I didn't think I would do very good at it, because sometimes I don't like to talk while I craft, but this is actually exciting. Aw, Sue, you don't? I actually didn't like Hobby Lobby. Tuesday morning, the first few times I went. But the last time I went, they actually had some stuff I could use. So it was nice, but it's very hit or miss, and it's an hour from me, so it's not worth taking a trip, for me to take a trip just to go to Tuesday morning. But sometimes they do stuff. The thing I like about it is they have Tim Holtz stuff. Nowhere around me has Tim Holtz. Even my Hobby Lobby is very limited on Tim Holtz. And now Joann's is getting rid of Tim Holtz, which doesn't matter because my Joann's doesn't even have Tim Holtz. So I think that looks cool with the stripes underneath. You know? But most of the Tim Holtz stuff that I buy anyway, I buy from those Dish Stash groups on Facebook, the like scrapbooking yard sale groups. So, you know, I recently bought a ton of distress inks on there. I think I got like 15 or 20 of them, and it came to $27 with shipping. So I like those groups. Aw, Sue, you'll have to tell them to open one closer. Get a hold of them, girl. Say, listen, I'll give you all my money. You got to just open up in my neighborhood. Do you have Uber around you? Like, I don't know how much Uber costs. We don't have Uber. I don't have anybody doing that around here, I don't think. Use up the rest of my ink. But I know back home, you know, in Massachusetts, where I used to live, they have Uber everywhere now. I see people on Facebook all the time talking about Uber drivers, and one friend I have, her husband drives for them. Yeah, I figured it was probably pricey. Because I mean, taxis are pricey. Let alone something like Uber.
Yep. Yep, who's calling?
Telemarketer? Nice. Oh, really? They usually don't get bad storms, but I guess they've been getting a lot of bad ones this summer. And another thing, too, my mother was telling me, I guess they have a problem up there with rabid fox biting people. I could not even imagine that. I couldn't even imagine, like, going outside and having a fox come after me. I would never go outside again. And in the town I come from, too, a guy was sitting in his car with his 9-month-old daughter. And somebody went up to his car and robbed him at gunpoint. Totally nuts. I couldn't even imagine if somebody did that to me when I had one of my kids in the car. I could not even imagine. Yeah, like rabies is just nuts up there. I've seen a raccoon When I was little, there was a raccoon that showed up to my grandfather's birthday party, and it was clearly rabid. But I've never actually, you know, I have never seen anything besides that one time. I'd be afraid to let my kids outside, you know? Where are you from, Sue? Yeah, Roxanne, I hope that you're not in the area with those fires. I was listening to NPR today. No, thank you. I feel so bad for the weather that they're getting. Mother Nature is not happy. Mother Nature is not happy at all. Oh, Sue, really? I love New Hampshire. I used to go up there all the time. New Hampshire is beautiful. And that area of Massachusetts, too, on the New Hampshire line is beautiful. Pretty much the whole stretch, except for, like, Lowell, is not that nice. My brother went to UMass Lowell, and I used to have to drive out there, and let me tell you, whew, that was terrible. Oh, Seabrook, yeah, that's nice up there, too. Yeah, there's lots of really nice places. New England is full of really nice places. Oh, I loved Hampton. I used to go to Hampton all the time when I was like fresh out of high school. My family owns property out on the Cape. So I grew up out on the Cape pretty much. But yeah, Hampton was like my go-to beach for a day trip. I was from Worcester County in Massachusetts, so it was about 2 hours to get to Hampton. But then it just, it gets so, now it's like so packed. Those beaches get every single day. Oh,
Not enough shots.
my husband says there's not enough sharks. Not enough sharks for all the swimmers, I guess. I try to get the most out of every single piece that I have. I really am liking this napkin on the cereal box thing, though. I'm definitely going to do this again with some more of my napkins. I mean, I don't know if it's the napkins I bought or what, but I can't get them to look nice on paper. It probably is the napkins I bought. My $12 in napkins aren't going to work for what I want. Hi, Dawn. Oh, yeah, you are lucky, Roxanne, but be careful still, because it seems like that state every summer just likes to go up and I cannot believe the amount of fires in the Midwest and in the western part of this country. It's just tragic. I mean, I understand that fire is a way for Mother Nature to clean herself, but most of these fires are being started by carelessness of people, and that's what hurts me the most. Oh, thanks, Dawn. I'm liking this being live thing. I've never, I was live one time for 10 minutes, and then the baby wouldn't let me do it anymore, so I had to get off, but the baby decided that she wanted to take a nap, and it worked out very nicely. The stars lined up very nicely that I was just done with everything I had to do, so I said, you know what? I am going to try going live again and see how this works. So I've got my co-pilot Lily over here. She's just hanging out. Yeah, you're just hanging out in here with me. So, and it's raining. It is different, Dawn, and it's kind of hard to get used to at first because, first of all, like I was just saying a few minutes ago, I like crafting to be my quiet time, so I tend to not talk. I tend to just ignore everybody when I'm crafting. But I'm actually kind of enjoying this, being able to have conversations while I'm doing this. Like I listened to some of the girls, like Michelle and whoever I was watching, and they talked about how they were Skyping with somebody while they were crafting. I'm like, how could they do that? How could they just talk to somebody? What do they talk about? This is nice. Yeah, Sue. That's how they're all starting. It's people. It's people that just don't have any consideration for what they're leaving, what they're leaving behind. Let's see what other little doodads. Oh yeah, Dawn, it's a blast. I never thought that I would have found this community, online of people just making stuff on video. I just never, I knew what you could find on YouTube, and I knew you could pretty much find whatever you wanted. Huh? Yeah, I am. But I am so thankful to have found this little YouTube community with everybody. It's been so much fun. Look at this gorgeous black lace I got at this liquidation store yesterday. This whole big roll. Look at how thick this roll is. $3. And this one too. This was $3. I love this. This will be great in some boho stuff. Oh, Roxanne, I would not be able to keep myself in check at all. I would be right out of control. My husband's in there laughing because he knows how true that is. I found out that I missed one. I found out that I missed the scrapbook expo here. It was in Virginia. And I was like, oh man, I missed it. But then a part of me is like, phew, thank God I missed it. Oh yeah, Roxanne. People are great on... I have not come across a single crafter on YouTube that has not been terrific. I do know one woman that I was watching a lot, and I'd go on her live streams, and my name on YouTube is Lovely Malia, which my name is Malia, and every single time I went on, she'd go, oh, thanks, Lovely, what's your name? Every single time. My name is Malia. And then, I'd say something else. Oh, that's great. Tell me what your name is. It's like, my name is Malia. So, that was like the only thing, and it's not even a big deal, but that was like the only thing. the only problem I've ever had. Somebody who did not see my name.
You gonna stop painting?
Oh man, I forgot to ink that.
Painting mother's toes.
Ooh, you gonna come paint my toes?
That I know.
Yeah, I would not be able to control myself at a scrapbooking expo. Not one tiny bit. My husband's actually in there right now playing with his sewing machine right now. I think this looks kind of cool too. It brings out the texture of the napkin. Hi, Brandy. Thanks for hanging out. I was just making some embellishments, and what I did was I printed off a bunch of quotes from the internet. I put them on this paper. It's almost like a cardstock, but it's a little bit thinner. And I've been inking them, and I put a napkin on this so that I can use it as a little bit of a background. So I've done a little bit without the napkins. I've done some on a chipboard that I get from ice cream because I have an ice cream truck. So I've done a few of these. But then I started doing it on this napkin background. So I like it. I decided to change the color of what I was distressing. I just did this one. It doesn't look the best, but hey, it's not supposed to, right?
What are you thinking, William? What are you thinking?
See, I don't know how I would be at the scrapbooking expo because I like to buy stuff cheap. So maybe I wouldn't go too crazy because it would probably all be way too expensive for me to want to spend my money on. Thanks, Brandy. It was an idea I had because I have so many napkins, but they never work well for me on paper. So I says, you know what? I'm going to use them up as backgrounds. And I like chipboard. I like thicker stuff. I like things that hold up well, and I tend to reinforce, like all my journal covers are usually spray sealed, and you should be able to throw it off a building and it would be fine. So I like to make all this stuff too. Rugged. But if you weren't here at the very beginning, yesterday we found a store that's like all liquidation stuff. So it's stuff from Walmart and stuff from, I'm assuming, like Lowe's and Home Depot. And I got a ton of stuff dirt cheap. Like, we got a ton of canned stuff that isn't expired yet. Campbell's, 50 cents a can.
What's that?
I got those 2 big rolls of lace that you saw. I got Scotch brand washi tape for 10 rolls of it for $10. I'll pull it down and I'll show you what I got. My new tape, because I buy washi tape from like China, AliExpress. Oh, it does not stick. But I got these were 50 cents a roll. And I got 10 rolls of the Scotch tape. They didn't have a whole lot to choose from, so some of them I got doubles. 10 for $10. Like, how can you even beat that? And there was so much more. There was so much more I could have bought. Thanks, Dawn. Yeah, I'm really liking the colors. There was so much more stuff. They had big bags, like gallon Ziploc bags of Walmart craft supplies. Anywhere between $1 and $5. A lot of the craft stuff they had was from like kids things. You know, there were a lot of odds and ends. A lot of it's like returned stuff. You know, but I have a Sonicare toothbrush, and they had the Sonicare toothbrush heads, and the package was opened. It didn't look like anything was used, but I'll just boil them. I'll just boil the heads. You know, what? It's not gonna hurt.
They weren't open. That package was crushed somewhere along the way.
You think it was crushed?
Yeah.
My husband doesn't think the package was open. He thinks it was crushed. I thought it was open just because it was, but yeah, thanks, Roxanne. I'm pretty pumped, you know, because, and if I ever go back there, man, they had, the washi tape they had was in a 5-gallon bucket. Sorry, I think I'm buffering. Probably from these storms. Can you girls still see me, or is it just on my end? Oh, alright. It might just be my laptop screwing up. Yeah, Dawn, I was saying that we lost power last night, almost all night. And the one thing that's pretty cool, though, down here, we have street lights in our yard. So we pay to have it on. And so we pay to have the street light on. And last night, with everybody's street lights out, we were sitting out on the porch. Being outside in that kind of darkness, it was actually really cool, you know, sitting out on the porch, watching the storms roll in, you know. Yeah, my laptop is buffering, Jilly, but everybody else says it's fine. Where would you be going for paper, Sue? I was at Joann's yesterday. I don't know if you have a Joann's nearby or if all their sales are the same, but they had 60% off scrapbook paper. Yeah, Dawn, it was cool. It was cool. We had a good time. Oh, Sue, was not 75% here. Wish it was. We had 75% off of fabric the other day, outdoor fabric, which if you think about it, that's a good deal because a lot of their outdoor fabric and their thicker stuff is really expensive. Like, even if I took this one and made it into a journaling card, I know it's got, you know, leprechaun on the back, but I could glue some paper to the back, and that would look pretty cool. Oh, I wish it was 75% off here yesterday, Sue, because I was there. I was so mad because, you know, their clearance section stunk. There was a couple of things, if I had bought it, it would have been worth the money. Like, they did have a thing of diamond glaze for $3.50, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it. And it was the regular 2 ounce. Oh, it's today? Oh, well, pfft. See? Just my luck. I went on the wrong day. I should have gone today. But my husband says he's never going back there because the girls there aren't helpful when it comes to sewing stuff. He was looking for needles for one of his machines, and the girl just didn't understand the fact that his machine is like 1,000 years old. So she just kept saying, oh, get a universal needle, get a universal needle. He's like, that's not going to work on this machine. So he was pretty much ready to leave yesterday. I was in looking at clearance, and he was like, yeah, you know what? That's pretty much it. Dragged me out of the clearance aisle by my hair. Gotta dig through everything in clearance, you know. Yeah, Roxanne, if you make videos, they will come. I've learned that. I don't have a whole lot of subscribers to my channel, but the ones I do, the people who are subscribed to my channel are all great. They are all very, supportive. I don't have anyone complain. I had a couple people complain, and they've never commented on anything else again. So you'll find you're going to really enjoy this community for sure on YouTube.
What's that, honey?
And you'll probably be addicted to YouTube. I had a little piece of ribbon, so I did this. This is some of the lace that I got yesterday. Our store has clearance everywhere. They have clearance in every aisle. They have a clearance section. Dawn, Shelly is going through some stuff with one of her, so she hasn't been live. She hasn't been going live for the last few weeks. She did one little impromptu live a couple Sundays ago, but she hasn't been on since. So she's kind of just laying low while she's going through that stuff, so she can focus on that, focus on her family for a while. But she'll be back.
I need some more paint.
I think she misses us.
On my plate. My paper one.
Oh, you need more paint?
Yeah.
I'm going to be making dinner in a few minutes, honey.
I'm gonna finish painting.
You think?
Yeah,
I'll bring the plate in. Yeah, Dawn, I was thinking about sending her a little card, there's been a few people that have been kind of going through some stuff, and I consider a lot of you girls on YouTube and a lot of the other live streamers, I consider them like family, and so Lily was painting today. This is what her plate looks like. I consider everybody to pretty much be like family. Go put that back on the table, honey, and we'll get you some more. I have to get Lil some more paint. She's painting little plastic penguins.
I'm putting it in.
I know, she's so artsy in her own little way.
That's one. That's two.
Try and put them back where the blobs are.
What does that one look like?
Yeah, Dawn, it really seems like everybody lately, it really seems like
Oh.
there has been a lot.
Anything wrong with the anything
I'm gonna
wrong
get
with-
it. There's a lot of life going on, A lot of people have been having some serious things go on. Yeah, her voice is really soothing. She is great at the woo-woo. She is like perfect for that job. She definitely found her calling there, for sure.
Yep, I did have a calling. You're talking about me?
Well, you are gonna have your calling too. Yeah, Care's going through some real stuff too.
Whoa.
Or
like a
They really it just seems like there's been so much going on. And then if you follow 70 Acre Farm, that's all set, babe. If you follow 70 Acres Farm, Melissa over there, she has a good friend that fell off of a roof, and he's got bleeding in his brain, and he's got a whole bunch of terrible stuff. Yeah, Fairly. And he's a father and a husband, and it seems like it's just all around us. It seems like everybody just has horrible things happening, and stress, and I just hate it. I just hate seeing this. I hate seeing so much of this. Yes, 70-acre farm. These were some of the die cuts I did. I made a video of the other night. I made them out of packaging.
White makes gray?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Some of the dies I have.
You keep practicing, you'll figure it out.
Another thing you could do too is if you took a napkin and you did it on a cereal box, you could die cut it. That would make beautiful little tags and embellishments, and if you have little birds or butterflies. Oh, imagine that, your skull. My father fell off of a 3-story roof many moons ago. It was before I was born. And he fell into the bed of a dump truck. And he shattered his hip and had permanent damage from that, permanent damage in his legs. And that was in the 80s, so they didn't have the kind of technology that they have now for stuff like that. And the doctors ended up causing permanent nerve damage in his legs, and he was a hurting unit his whole life. He was in a lot of pain every single day, and he still worked his butt off every single day for the rest of his life until he got cancer and passed away, but he fell off a roof, and he fell into the bed of the truck that he fell into was filled with picker bushes. So he also had that to deal with, which he had, I'm sure he had some permanently lodged in his body. But yeah, falling off of a roof is no joke, and I really pray that Melissa's friend pulls through, because that is just terrible, terrible.
You're the best kid ever. I don't care what
Yeah,
you
I'm
say.
probably going to get on that tonight. Might not be right away, but after I'm done getting everybody showered and stuff, I'll try and get on and, send her my love. Roxanne, I don't know, like when I did the live, I don't know if it uploaded faster, but I did notice that when I use YouTube's video, it uploads faster if I record a video through YouTube as opposed to try and upload a video from my phone's camera. And I didn't realize you could even do that on the YouTube app. Maybe because I didn't have enough subscribers or something, but I all of a sudden noticed the camera thing there one day, and I started to record my videos through YouTube, and they uploaded much faster. Yeah, Sue, somebody was saying it's the astrological charts, like somebody is in retrograde, and something is going on where people have a lot of cleansing to do in their lives. But I'm keeping Shelly, and I'm keeping Care, and I'm keeping Melissa and everybody else in my thoughts, because these are terrible things to have happen, for anybody to have to deal with. When your children are sick, or when your husband is sick, or I couldn't even imagine, what they're going through. That's just horrendous, Well, ladies, I think I'm going to go start cooking some supper. One of the things I bought at that store yesterday was some of the Prego Farmers Market sauce cans. So I'm going to see how that tastes tonight. Yeah, Care's really had it rough there for a little bit. It was nice to see her video today and to see her in a little bit higher spirits, because she's kind of she's really been hit with some rough stuff. She really has. I sent her some stuff for her foundation that I had. Hopefully it's stuff she could use, and it's not just a bunch of crap to her, But I figure that it would be stuff that the people in her foundation could use, But yeah, my prayers are with them for sure. That's some serious things going on. No, I didn't see that video, I don't think. Sometimes my YouTube, when I scroll through my subscriptions, I swear it does not show everybody's stuff. Yeah, Roxanne, if you want to get to know a really good person, I mean just a good person, Care Hart is definitely that, and Shelly over at Crafting Mamas, even though she hasn't been doing lives lately, she is another person that is just a really good human being, you know, really good at being a human. That's how I look at it. Really good, just really good people, Care and Shelly for sure. And Michelle Scott is another one too. She is just great, and I love all of her. I love watching her live. But I'm going to get going. I'm really thankful you all showed up. This was so much fun, and I'm definitely going to get on here again. This was great. I'm so thankful for your support. I'm so thankful you got on here with me. I'm even more thankful that I didn't go and screw things up. I haven't seen Jan's Crazy Life, but I'll definitely check her out too. Bye, Sue. Thanks for being here, Jilly. It's been great. It's been great hanging out with you all. Hey, Lil, come say goodbye. Oh, Lil said goodbye, but she's currently arting in there, so you can't interrupt the art. But I'll see you all later. It's been nice chatting. Have a good night, girls.